this is Hillia Hula, and this tutorial will teach you how to do a foot flip kickstart. There are two different variations of the foot toss in this move. In the clip you just saw play, the hoop is tossed with the foot and actually rotates once in the air. This is the advanced version, but before learning that, I recommend learning the more basic version, which basically means that you do a foot toss and the hoop just goes up and over your body. Requirements for learning this move are that you have your kickstart down. If you don't know how to do the kickstart, I do have a tutorial for that on my channel, and I recommend being very comfortable with it, otherwise this move is going to be extremely difficult. Because this move contains a kickstart, you want to make sure to use a flat surface and not something like grass that's going to make it hard to get the hoop up. Start with the hoop out in front of you in one hand and balance it just slightly above your toes. Keep your foot just slightly flexed. Make sure that your leg and your knee are straight. Balance it there with your hand, and hanging onto it, just lift your knee straight up. Then we're going to practice tossing it and just catching it in our hand. After you do this a few times, notice that if your foot is bent too much up, it's going to come and the hoop's going to shoot right at your face. Or if it's too far out, it's going to shoot out in front of you. You're going to want to practice this toss as many times as you need to until the hoop goes up over your head and down to your feet. I like to have my arms out as the hoop's coming over my body. Otherwise, I feel like the presentation looks a little bit boring if your arms are just flat down by your sides. After the toss, the hoop needs to land towards the back of your foot or up against your ankle. If it lands too far out in front of you, you're going to have to drag it back over your foot, and this prevents the move from looking as smooth as it could be. Be patient because it may take a while to really get it to land in the right position. But if you're quick enough, you can pull the hoop over your foot as it's falling over your body to the ground. I have two small tips for this move. The first one is if you lean the hoop ever so slightly just away from your body, it can help with getting that correct toss motion. And the second one is while you're lifting up your knee during the foot toss, if you just bring it up and then slightly in towards you, it can help get the hoop going up and then over your body. If you have your kickstart down, the hardest part of this move is just getting that toss and getting it to land where you want. And this just takes a ton of practice. That's why I really just recommend playing around with the positioning and the lean of the hoop and just doing it over and over till you're comfortable with it. It may be similar to learning the move where the hoop is on the ground and it's scooted, you scoot your foot under it and then toss it up over your body. So the first few times you do it, you might hit yourself in the head or the hoop doesn't go high enough. So it's just kind of like learning that. You just have to keep practicing and practicing. But you really have to be careful with this because if you lean the hoop just a little bit too far away from you or during the foot toss, if you bring your knee up and in towards you just a little bit too much or just with a little bit too much pressure, the hoop's just gonna fly away or fly off in some other direction. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel for weekly tutorials.